Well, we're back here on Sideline Crowd Baseball here on YouTube as the Rockies looking to bounce back from a heartbreaking extra inning loss in yesterday's game as we entered Game 2 of this weekend series against the Philadelphia Phillies. Rockies coming to this one 12-18, and the Phillies riding in at 18-14. So they lead in the National League East. And it'll be Jake Arrieta who will be getting his seventh start of the year. He's 2-3 with a 4.46 ERA, 36 innings of work. He's given up 31 hits, 25 strikeouts to 10 walks. As a long-time Cub will look to get back-to-back wins here against the Rockies for the Phillies. And he will be greeted by Trevor Story, leadoff man, shortstop for the Rockies. Story riding a 9-game hitting streak. While the Rockies' offense was quiet yesterday, except for Sam Hilliard, who went 3 for 3 with a couple of home runs. And here's the first pitch from Arrieta, and we are underway here as this one's skied out to center field. Going back is Jay Bruce, who makes the catch. And there's one away here to start things off in the first. Here's how the Rockies will line up defensively. Trevor Story, and then Ryan McMahon, the second baseman, bats second. Nolan Arenado third. Charlie Blackmon batting cleanup. And Daniel Murphy, David Dahl, Sam Hilliard out there again in left, and Tony Wolters behind the plate with Ramon Marquez on the mound. Here's the first pitch to McMahon, misses inside. It's 1-0. Here comes the 1-0 delivery from Arrieta, and that misses inside. It's 2-0 now. The 2-0 to McMahon swings through that one, and it's 2-1. Nice day here in Philadelphia, 63 degrees, clear skies. Wind blown out to left field. Swings to that one. It evens the count at 2-2. Rough loss yesterday for the Rockies. Had a lead going into the ninth. Here's the 2-2 to McMahon. Skied out to right field. Harper goes back, and he'll be there to make the catch. And there's 2 away now. I'll bring up the star third baseman, Nolan Arenado, who's in a 9-game hitting streak. Here's the first pitch to Arenado. Misses inside. It's 1-0. His career against Arrieta, Arenado's 3 for 14. Here's the 1-0. And this one's lifted out to right field. Plenty of room for Harper to make the catch, and a clean 1-2-3 inning in the top of the first for the Phillies. So we'll get a first look here at the Phillies as we head to the bottom of the first. No score. Here's we're underway here at Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Ramon Marquez gets the start here. He's 2-2 with a 3.12 ERA, 34 hits, giving up 43 strikeouts to 8 walks. Great whip there for Marquez with the 1.04. So the Rockies ace will look to get that third win of the season. He'll face Gene Segura, hitting 322, 8 home runs, 20 RBIs. Pretty much the same looking lineups for both teams tonight. That pitch bounces in the dirt outside, and it's 1-0 on Segura. Rockies still looking up in the bottom of the National League West. Still trying to gain ground on the Dodgers and the Giants, who lead the division. And that misses outside, 2-0. Marquez, who likes to pound the zone, gets a lot of strikeouts. So he gets a called strike there at the knees. A very surprising acquisition as a result of the trade that sent Corey Dickerson over to the Tampa Bay Rays in exchange for Marquez and McGee. And it's turned out quite well. Marquez, hard thrower, pounds the zone, and he loses Segura there on that slider. So leadoff man's aboard for the Phillies with Andrew McCutchen coming up to the plate. McCutchen with a 4-game hitting streak yesterday, had a double in yesterday's game. Throw over to first, but he's back in time. Segura, who doesn't run particularly well, still a good chance of a steal as that pitch misses low. It's now 1-0 on McCutchen. So the 1-0 just misses inside. 2-0. So Marquez having a hard time finding the strike zone here in this first inning. Those are some close fastballs, but they're not going his way. Comes the 2-0 delivery. And this one's lined foul. So McCutchen will have to trot back. Had a chance there. Squared it up. Hit it the other way, but fortunately just a little late. Hits it foul. Just watches that fastball all the way for a strike. It's now 2-2. And the 2-2 skied out to left. Hilliard giving chase. He'll make the catch. And there's one away here. And let's take a look here at the Philly starting lineup. Gene Segura leads things off, and Andrew McCutchen in left. Bryce Harper in right field. Rhys Hoskins at first. GT Realmuto doing the catching. Jay Bruce out in center. Scott Kingery at third. And Josh Harrison getting the start tonight in place of Didi Gregorius at third. And he'll bat eighth with Jake Arrieta in the 9 spot. I'll bring up Bryce Harper, the hero in last night's game. RBI single in the 11th. He's got a .306 average, 10 homers. He homered yesterday, 27 RBIs. Dangerous bat in this Phillies lineup. There's the 0-1 to Harper. Fouls that one away. It's quickly 0-2. Harper is tied for 6th in the National League in runs scored with 25. His teammate Andrew McCutchen leads the National League with over 34 runs scored. And it's helpful to have a guy like McCutchen in front of you who creates the RBI opportunities. Harper will take that any day of the week. The 1-2 misses low, evens count at 2-2. Throw over to first. Segura's back easily. The 2-2 called strike 3 at the letters with that 2-seamer, and that's out number 2 here in the inning. Harper kind of hangs his head in disbelief. Head back to the dugout. Tough call there. And Marquez gets a little gift call there. Now there's 2 away with a man on first for Rhys Hoskins, the Phillies first baseman. First pitch swinging, fouls it straight back. Marquez sets and deals.
1-1.
Misses with that one with the knuckle curve. It's 1-1. 1-1 delivery, and that one's lined foul. Well, Hoskins Played college baseball for the Sacramento State Hornets. Was drafted in 2014 by the Phillies. Debuted in 2017. Slider misses outside, 2-2. Hails from Sacramento, California. The 2-2 misses low. That'll run the count full. On deck is JT Realmuto. Had a stellar time at Jesuit High School in California. And that misses ball 4. So, and the issues the 2-out walk here to Rhys Hoskins. I'll put men on first and second. Both have reached via the walk. That'll bring up the Phillies catcher JT Realmuto, who's hitting .306 on the year and a very dangerous hitter here. Marquez looking to keep the Phillies off the board here in the first. And this is, like we've been talking about, the struggles for the Rockies, trying to snuff out any flames that arise with 2 outs. Pitch misses high, ball 1. Realmuto's 2 for 6 against Marquez in his career. He's got a double. Drops the slider in there for strike 1. It's the 1-1, misses low, 2-1. 24 pitches this inning for Marquez, and you see there 14 balls to 10 strikes. So he's had to labor quite a bit here, having a hard time finding the zone. A very patient Phillies lineup today. Here's the 2-1. Fouls that one away. You don't have much length out of your Rockies bullpen, as Jeff Hoffman probably be able to come in case, but you want German Marquez to go as long as possible. Like Ryan Castellani, go at least 5 or 6. It's 3-2 now to Realmuto. Swing and a miss. He got him with the fastball. And so that'll retire the side here in the bottom of the first. Well, a couple of walks, but no harm done. We head to the top of the second. No score here as we get ready for inning number 2 at Citizens Bank Park. Beautiful day in Philadelphia. As Charlie Blackmon, the Rockies right fielder, will lead things off here against Jake Arrieta. Blackmon hitting .359 on the year. He's got a 12-game hitting streak. Looking to make it a baker's dozen here. Blackmon's been getting on board in his first at bat. As of late, first pitch swinging, fouls that one down the line. Blackmon only 1 for 12 with 3 strikeouts against Arrieta in his career. Here's the 0-1 delivery. This one's popped up. Shallow left field. Bruce will range over and make the catch. And there's a 1 away here in the Rockies half of the second. Let's take a look at how the Phillies will line up defensively left to right. We've got Andrew McCutchen in left, Jay Bruce in center, Bryce Harper in right. And then in the infield, Josh Harrison at third, Gene Segura at short, Scott Kingery at second, Rhys Hoskins at first, and JT Realmuto behind the plate. Phillies 11th in the National League in fielding percentage. I'll ring up Daniel Murphy. First pitch swinging, fouls that one away. You see a lot more errors here in these simulated games, just errant throws, kind of glitchy movements. Called strike, it's 0-2. Murphy in his last 5 games has scored 4 runs. We saw a few moments with the Rockies yesterday with kind of lapses in judgment.
The count is 1 and 2.
Just see a lot of random errors. Here's the 1-2. Tapper to second. Kingery's got it. He'll fire to first. And there's quickly 2 away here in the Rockies' second. Arrieta making quick work of the Rockies. That'll bring up David Dahl, the center fielder. Still in a bit of a slump. So he looks to try and get something going here this afternoon. And this evening against Jake Arrieta. Kicks and deals. That pitch runs low. It's 1-0. 0 for 5 in yesterday's game with a couple of strikeouts. Was replaced later in the game by Raimel Tapia. Came in as part of a double switch. The 1-1. That runs inside, 2-1. 91 miles per hour on that slider. Here's the 2-1 to Dahl. Swing and a miss. He got him on that sinker. Now evens the count at 2-2. 2-2 pitch. And a tapper in front of the mound. Realmuto has to come out to get it, but Dahl, who runs well, is able to beat it out for an infield single. So that goes a base hit on the little tapper in front of the mound. Didn't get much of it, but kind of into no man's land as Realmuto had to run out to get it. Dahl, who runs better than most and just beats the throw. Bang bang play at first. So I'll bring up Sam Hilliard, hero in yesterday's game, went 3 for 3, had 2 home runs, then was taken out as part of a double switch. That pitch misses low, ball 1. Hilliard, who's kind of taken over against right-handers in place of Ian Desmond, simulated Bud Black, giving him a bit of a chance here. Doing well so far, hitting .471 on the season in his short amount of time. Had 4 RBIs in yesterday's game, including a huge 3-run home run in the middle innings that gave the Rockies a lead. They were down 4-2. He had a 3-run home run that put him up 5-4. Hit it in the 8th inning. It's 2-1 on Hilliard. Swings to that pitch as evens the count at 2-2. Dahl waits at first base. 2 outs. Arrieta comes set. And the pitch. Misses down and in. Runs the count full. Tony Wolters waits on deck. Went with the changeup. Misses down and in. And we'll do it again. Payoff pitch. Misses low, ball 4. So Hilliard draws the walk with 2 outs here. And that'll put men on first and second for Rockies left-handed catcher Tony Wolters. Seeing a healthy amount of Tony Wolters in place of Elias Diaz. As Tony Wolters has a .310 average, home run, 11 RBIs on the year. First pitch to him misses low, ball 1. Ramon Marquez, who is a good hitting pitcher, waits on deck. And here's the 1-0 to Wolters. Taking all the way for strike 1. The 1-1 to Wolters. Fouls that one away. It's 1-2. Comes a 1-2 delivery to Wolters. Check swing. He holds up. On count 2-2. It's a slider up and in. Fooled Wolters, who was swinging, but he just manages to hold up. They didn't have the appeal. And so 2-2 now. Kicks and deals. Runs outside. Ball 3. So a good inning here for the Rockies, making Arrieta, who got 2 quick outs, taking him to back-to-back full counts here. 30 pitches so far now in 2 innings. He's thrown about 22 this inning. Another payoff pitch here. Wolters swings, line driving to center field. Diving catch by Jay Bruce. Sinking line drive. Thought it had a chance to get down, but Jay Bruce, who doesn't run particularly well, gets a good jump on it. Makes the diving basket catch at the end. And that'll retire the side. Rockies can't get anything across, but they do get a hit. We head to the bottom of the second, no score. As Jay Bruce will lead things off for the Phillies, hitting .364 on the year. 4-game hitting streak, just one-man wrecking crew in yesterday's game. Had Ryan Castellani's number. As here's the first pitch from Marquez. And it's called strike. Jay Bruce, a longtime veteran here in Major League Baseball. That pitch misses low. It's 1-1. Here's the delivery. Runs outside. 2-1. Bruce, typically one of those guys who isn't going to hit for a high average, but still plenty of power. That runs outside. 3-1, as Marquez is learning from Castellani's mistakes yesterday and kind of pitching around Jay Bruce. Here's the 3-1. Taps that one foul. Runs the count full. But Bruce is a bit more of a free swinger. So if you can get him to nibble at things, roll it over, and you can get him out. But this misses low and just a bit outside. And that'll be ball 3. Third walk issued by Marquez already in an inning of work. He's up to 33 pitches. This isn't typical of Marquez, who has a high strikeout total, but a very low walk total. But he's already issued 3 here in this one, and he's going to have to tighten things up if he wants to give his club a chance here. I'll bring up Scott Kingery, the second baseman for the Phillies. Leadoff man on. Back-to-back innings for the Phillies to have the leadoff man on. They have a lot more success with that. And that's what got the Rockies in trouble yesterday. Wade Davis giving up leadoff doubles that ultimately tied the game and sent it to extras. 0-2 on Kingery. Marquez fires. Got him on the big bender. The knuckle curve. And that's the first out of the inning. Third strikeout for Marquez. 3 straight pitches. Sits down Kingery. Just didn't know it was coming. Just dropped off the table. And so there's one away here, and that'll bring up Josh Harrison. Gets the start in today's game, playing third, and plays a Didi Gregorius. First pitch, it's called a strike, up in the zone. Harrison hitting .231. He's got a home run, 7 RBIs, 611 OPS. Here's the 0-1. Swings to that slider. It's 0-2. Well, Harrison spent last year with the Tigers, and then the Phillies picked him up. Kind of in need of a utility infielder. Harrison, who a couple of years ago was one of the more intriguing players as he swings to the knuckle curve, and now 2 outs here, both via the strikeout for Marquez. He's got that knuckle curve working. And I'm bringing up Jake Arrieta. Finish up that thought on Josh Harrison with the Pirates. He was one of the top kind of sneakily good players, but kind of dropped off the map in his last year or so with the Pirates, and then didn't do much with Detroit. And now he's looking to make something of the time with the Phillies. Jake Arrieta up to the plate. He's 0 for 1 now. It's now 0-2. 2 swinging strikes. And here's the 0-2 pitch. Bounces, but Bruce takes off for second. He'll get there easily. Just kind of got away from Walters there. Ran a little outside and then just bounced off the heel of his glove. Bruce got a good jump. Moves up into scoring position. It's now 1-2 on Arrieta, who hits better than most pitchers. Swing and a miss. Knuckle curve. Cutting down the Phillies here in their half of the second. Marquez strikes out the side. We head to the top of the third. No score here. German Marquez will lead things off here for the Rockies. German Marquez, he's got a couple RBIs on the year. 83 average. Won the Silver Slugger a couple years ago. One of the better hitting pitchers in the game. Enjoying a lot of success. Kind of turned himself into really the big potential to really be a headline starter for a club, especially for the Rockies. If they can just continue to develop him, he has a lot of possibility and potential to him. And especially with that high strikeout total, he racks him up. Here's the 1-2 to Marquez, misses low, ball 2. Yeah, 2-2 delivery to Marquez. Runs outside. Ball 3. Excuse me. And that'll run the count full on the Rockies pitcher. Trevor Story, the leadoff man, waits on deck. Payoff pitch. Lifted high to right field, but not very deep. And there's one away here as Harper makes the catch. So we take a look here at the National League East Division. Phillies lead the division 18-14. They have a half-game lead over Miami. And then Atlanta, Washington at 16-16, and then the Mets at the bottom of the division. The Mets having to try to figure things out. They just can't seem to put everything together to get back to where they were in 2015 when they made it to the World Series. Story watches ball 1. The Phillies themselves looking to maintain momentum throughout the season. As in last season, 2019, they had good momentum the first half of the season, then they just sort of tanked themselves as the Nationals were able to surge and take the division, or get to the take over the wild card. It's Atlanta took the division. Grounded to first, nice barehanded play there by Harrison, and there's 2 away here. And they'll bring up Brian McMahon, the second baseman, flyout victim in the first, as he'll hit here with 2 outs in the third against Arrieta. Arrieta moving fast, works quick against his opponents. First pitch to McMahon misses high, ball 1. McMahon went 2 for 6 in yesterday's game. Misses inside, 2-0 now. And a called strike in the outside corner with the changeup. It's 2-1. Might have been a little outside, but Arrieta gets the call there. You get those when you've been around for a while. Here's the 2-1. Taps that one foul. Arrieta in the last year of a 3-year deal he signed with the Phillies, as he gets McMahon to strike out. And so we'll head to the bottom of the third. Still no score here. Arrieta sets the Rockies down 1-2-3. Top of the order due up for Philadelphia. As Gene Segura will lead things off. Segura hails out of the Dominican Republic. He has spent time with the Angels, the Brewers, the Diamondbacks, and the Mariners. It's 1-0 now on him. Misses high, ball 2. Was traded to the Diamondbacks in 2016 as he fouls this one away. It's 2-1. And then Segura was traded to Seattle after the 2016 season, then signed a 5-year, $70 million contract with the Mariners in 2017. And then they traded him to the Phillies in 2018. So he's made his way around the league a little bit, just trying to cement himself somewhere. Here's the 3-1, swinging at that fastball, runs the count full on Segura. Here's the 3-2, fouls that one away. Here's the 3-2. Lined into right field. That'll be a base hit. Segura takes it the other way. And once again, for the third straight inning, the Phillies have the leadoff man aboard. I'm bringing Andrew McCutchen. Flew out in the first. There's the Philly fanatic. We'll talk a little bit about him here. Probably the most popular mascot, the most famous mascot, probably in all of sports. Talk a little bit about the fanatic. Is McCutchen kind of a emergency swing there? It's 0-1 now. It's the 0-1 grounded foul. It's now 0-2. Once again, the Rockies in their black vests. That's the one that Marquez likes quite a bit. Here's the 0-2. That bounces in the dirt. So you're going to stay at first. It's 1-2 now on the Phillies left fielder. 1-2, grounder to first. Murphy throws to second. Back over. Not in time as the return throw is late as McCutchen is able to hustle down the line. So they get the out at second. There's one away here for Bryce Harper. Struck out in the first inning. As McCutchen will take over on the base paths at first. So the Philly fanatic, according to his official biography here, first pitch misses low. He originally comes from the Galapagos Islands and is the Phillies' biggest fan, hence fanatic. And just does a lot of good entertainment during Phillies games. They're always seeing highlights from him. Doing random things, shooting hot dogs at people. Antagonizing Tommy Lasorda with a mannequin dummy, who then Tommy Lasorda of the Dodgers just took out with straight prejudice. 2-1 on Harper now. Harper leads the league in strikeouts. Tied for 43. Strikes out quite a bit here this season. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss at that knuckle curve. 2-2. That's been Marquez's bread and butter so far. He's struggled to locate the fastball. He's getting the swinging strikes on the knuckle curve. 2-2. Runs outside, runs the count full. Hoskins waits on deck. Philly Fanatic was created in 1977, along with the Phillies promotion directors. This one's popped up on the infield. Arenado makes the catch, and there's quickly two away now. Here in the Phillies half of the third. McCutchen staying put at first. That'll bring up the first baseman, Rhys Hoskins. Walked in the first inning. First pitch to Hoskins is a strike, and it's 0-1. So created in 1977. Runner takes off for first, swing and throw down. Not in time. McCutchen swipes second, but Hoskins swings at the pitch, and it's 0-2. Good jump by McCutchen. Phillies have had quite a few good jumps on the Rockies. Tony Walters making good throws, just not fast enough. It's now 0-2, misses high, 1-2 now. Hoskins with a good RBI chance here now, with McCutchen at second. McCutchen runs well, so a base hit could score him. Runs outside. He ends the count at 2-2 on that slider. The Fanatic replaced Philadelphia Phil and Philadelphia Phyllis, a pair of siblings dressed in 18th century garb to evoke the city's revolutionary spirit from 1776. Hoskins swings through that one, and that'll retire the side. So, strands a man at second. We head to the fourth. Still no score here in the city of brotherly love, as Nolan Arenado will lead things off here against Jake Arrieta in the fourth. Arrieta close in on 50 pitches. First pitch to Arenado misses low, ball one. Arenado looking to show some love to Arrieta and makes some good contact against this hurler. Misses low. It's 2-0. Not gonna lie, I'm glad the Fanatic replaced the mascots for the Phillies. There's just something about siblings named Phil and Phyllis that just does not create a great image in my mind. Here's the 3-0. Misses outside, ball 4, so leadoff walk on 4 straight pitches to Arenado, and the Rockies have the leadoff man aboard here in the 4th. Now bring up Charlie Blackmon. Fly out in the 2nd. Here's the first pitch. Misses outside. So 5 straight balls here from Arrieta. Blackmon struggled against this pitcher. 1 for 13 in his career. Runner takes off, and Blackmon gets a good piece of this one. Get out of here, ball. Home run. 2-run shot for Charlie Blackmon. His 7th of the year as he muscles this one out into left on that hit and run. And the Rockies take a 2-0 lead here against Arrieta in the 4th. Outside corner, and Blackmon muscles it the other way. Arenado had taken off for second. And that'll bring up Daniel Murphy here. Nobody out here against Jake Arrieta. Sinker's in there for a called strike. So Rockies piece together a walk and a home run. Give themselves a lead here in the 4th. Called on the inside part of the plate. It's 0-2 on the Rockies' first baseman. Here's the 0-2. Foul tip into the glove of Realmuto, who holds on to that. And that's the second strikeout for Arrieta. And the first out of the inning. Off the inside part of the bat, and somehow ricochets into Realmuto's glove, and only in a computer simulation can that happen. Here's the first pitch to Dahl, catches the outside corner. It's 0-1. Singled in the first, kind of a little dribbler in front of the mound, in front of home plate. Dahl's able to run it out. It's 0-1 now. Swings to that one. For that sinker, it's 0-2. Fanatic debuted April 25th, 1978 against the Cubs. Was introduced to the public on a locally produced children's show, Captain Noah and His Magical Ark. Interesting. 1-2 now on Dahl. Misses low. Ball 2. The 2-2. It's this one deep to left field. McCutchen going back. He'll have to play it off the wall. Dahl will cruise into second with a 1-out double. Just missed the home run, but Dahl will settle for his 3rd double of the year, as the Phillies pitching coach will come out here to talk to his pitcher to face Sam Hilliard. Dangerous hitter here who's hitting hot, hitting 471. Walk his last time up. He'll bat with a man on second. 1 out here in the Rockies' 4th. Misses low, ball 1. We're still talking about the Philly Fanatic. Kind of random tidbits and facts about him. Here's the 1-0. Misses low, ball 2. So David Dahl 2 for 2 in this one. He waits at second. That's a good way to try and get out of a slump. Here's the 2-0. Called strike there. It's 2-1. Kind of helps when I take that pressure off of him at the top of the lineup. Give him a little bit of time to figure things out the bottom part. Pitch misses outside, 3-1. Tony Walters waits on deck. Kind of wedging between Murphy and Hilliard here. Called strike there. Runs the count full. Payoff pitch to Hilliard. Misses outside. Ball 4. So 2 walks for Hilliard today. So he'll trot down to first. And there's 2 men on with 1 out for Tony Walters. Had a line drive to center field, and a spectacular diving catch by Jay Bruce ended the inning. Took away an RBI from Tony Walters, looking to get payback here. Watches that first pitch inside for a ball. Walters having a good season offensively so far in this first month or so of play. 1-0 swings at that sinker. Or the changeup, it looks like, and it's 1-1. So Walters has had some big hits so far this season. Here's the 1-1. Called strike at the knees. It's 1-2. Arrieta already at 23 pitches this inning. Kind of split between the balls and the strikes. Already at 70 pitches on this next one. Marquez waits on deck. 1-2 delivery. Tapper to first. Hoskins will only play will be to first. As Arrieta covers the bag, and so that'll move men into scoring position at second and third. 2 outs here for the Rockies pitcher, German Marquez. Marquez, a flyout victim in the third. He's got 1 hit so far this season in 13 at-bats. Looking to add 2 more RBIs right now against his against his doppelganger here on the mound. Here's the 1-0. Marquez takes that one into right field. That's a base hit. That's going to roll to the wall. Dahl and Hilliard will score, and German Marquez slides into second with a 2-run double. Rockies now lead 4-0 here in the fourth. Marquez not doing too much with it. Goes down and hits it the other way, just past a jumping Rhys Hoskins. Trying to unhitch the trailer and cruises into second safely. And now he's in scoring position for Trevor Story. 0 for 2 so far in this one. Pitch misses low, ball 1. 1 for 6 so far in the series. Here's the 1-0. Grounded just foul down the line. Just goes left of the bag at third. And it's 1-1 on Trevor Story. Grounded to third. Harrison dives and stops it. Hops to his feet and gets the out at first. So that'll do it. Nice play there by Josh Harrison. But the Rockies put up 4 here in the fourth inning. Capped off by that 2-run double by German Marquez. We head to the bottom of the fourth. Phillies catcher JT Realmuto will lead things off here. Marquez looking to have a quick inning here to get the Rockies back to the plate. Ride the momentum. Realmuto with 25 RBIs on the season. Marquez didn't have much time to gather gain his breath after that double there. As I was saying before, Marquez, one of the better hitters among pitchers. Won the Silver Slugger a couple seasons ago. Always goes out there and has a good at bat. Here's the 1-1, misses high, ball 2. Always interesting to see. I always love to see pitchers hitting. That one's fouled away. Because moments like that, I'm all for the I kind of go both ways with the argument for the universal DH. The 2-2. That one's tapped foul. I like the universal DH, just putting DH in both leagues now. Mostly because that opens up a lot of opportunities for teams to up their offense. Here's the 2-2. Misses inside, runs the count full. Jay Bruce waits on deck. Because I hate putting in a defensive liability in the National League when the guy could just focus on hitting. Grounded to second. McMahon's got it. And Realmuto's retired, and that's the first out of the inning. I'll bring up Jay Bruce, the center fielder, here with one away. Hard hit ground ball there, but McMahon had him played perfectly. And there's one away here for Jay Bruce, who walked in the second. First inning that the Phillies didn't get their leadoff man aboard. Here's the first pitch to Bruce. Swings and fouls it back. But imagine in that game with the White Sox, Edwin Encarnacion being a DH for the Rockies at home. This one's popped up at home plate. Walters makes the catch. 2 away now. Because Encarnacion, who can't quite play first base that much anymore, you can use him as a DH. And so that would open up a lot of opportunities, I think, for a lot of those National League teams who then are able to compete a little bit better. But then I also like moments where you see with Marquez, who's able to hit a 2-run double to right field. Dribbler foul, as Kingery just missed extra bases there. 2 outs here. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Kingery. Fouls that one back. It's 0-2. So I think that's a debate that'll continue to go on about the DH.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Potentially we might get a prototype of it for this 2020 season. Ron Marquez up around 80 pitches so far through 4 innings. Both he and Arrieta have had to labor through these 4 innings. Luckily Marquez has kept the Phillies off the board, as this one's flared out to shallow left field. And Story makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. So another 1-2-3 inning for the Phillies. We head to the top of the 5th. Rockies leading this one 4-0. 2, 3, and 4 due up for the Rockies. As Ryan McMahon will stand in. He's 0 for 2, a strikeout and a flyout.
The second baseman, Ryan McMahon.
But depending on what Major League Baseball decides, we could get that universal DH for the 2020 season and the abbreviated short season as they try to get in as many games as possible. This is outside, because as of this game recording, this broadcast, still no clue when or how anything is going to happen. Still a lot up in the air, trying to figure things out. 1-0 delivery to McMahon, misses outside, 2-0. I know for people like myself who are supposed to be working for a minor league baseball team this summer, that's still up in limbo as their season's a month out of when it's supposed to start, but still no really clear end in sight of when baseball will return. So 2-0 now on Ryan McMahon. Here's the 2-0. Misses inside, ball 3. Arenado waits on deck. The 3-0 and misses ball 4. So McMahon walks here to lead off the fifth.
Now batting, third baseman.
And that'll make up Nolan Arenado, who walked his last time up. Came around to score on the Charlie Blackmon home run last inning. As the Phillies will head to the bullpen, Joe Girardi, or the approximate idea of what he looks like there, will go ahead and relieve Jake Arrieta. Arrieta, rough outing for him, goes 4 innings, gives up 4 runs. After he was cruising those first couple innings, then just kind of imploded in the fourth. And they'll go to Zach Eflin, making his 7th appearance. He's 1-3 in 31 innings of work, 7.55 ERA, 19 strikeouts to 13 walks. Usually a starter. They've got him coming out of the bullpen today. Nolan Arenado will hit now. He's 0-for-1. Walk and run scored. McMahon waits at first. Here's the first pitch to Arenado. Called strike on that curveball. His career against Eflin, he's 2-for-11 with an RBI. You're hoping you can at least get Marquez to go at least one more inning, pitch the bottom of the fifth. He's kind of in the same boat with Arrieta was in terms of pitch count. Only difference is the Rockies are up 4-0. This one is crushed foul, as Arenado just gets in front of that one. It's the 0-2. Skied out to right. Harper giving chase. He'll make the catch. So he just drifts into foul territory. There's now one away here.
The right fielder, number 19, Charlie Blackmon.
I want to bring up Charlie Blackmon, who last inning launched one into left field. Gave the Rockies a 2-0 lead. Here's the first pitch to Blackmon, called strike. 0-1. Blackmon fares a lot better against Eflin. He's 5-for-9 with 2 home runs against him. Oh, 1 now on Charlie Blackmon. Grounds that one through the hole in the left side, and base hit here. Put men at first and second with 1 out. Blackmon enjoying the opposite field hitting today. Off the end of the bat, but just hits it past Segura into left field. I'm going to go Daniel Murphy. First pitch to Murphy. He's 0-for-2 in this one. Misses high, ball 1. The 1-0 delivery to Murphy. And a called strike there, or misses inside. It's 2-0. Here's the 2-0. Grounded to first. Hoskins throws it to second. Back to first. Double play to end the inning. So Murphy hits into the ground. Ball double play. And we head to the bottom of the fifth. Rockies lead this one 4-0. 8-9-1 due up for the Phillies. As we're about halfway through here at Citizens Bank Park. As Josh Harrison will lead things off here in the fifth. 1-0 delivery to Harrison. Just misses outside, ball 2. Still Josh Harrison pops this one up into foul territory. Murphy makes the catch, and there's one away here. Saying Marquez still having trouble consistently pounding the zone. Luckily, he's survived so far, only given up 1 hit through 5 innings. He's walked. There he is. We'll get a pinch hitter here in Didi Gregorius. Little pinch hit for Zach Eflin. One out here in the 5th. Race takes ball 1. Trying to look up here. The Players League is just about getting close to be done here. Here's the 1-1 to Gregorius. Swinging and hits that one foul. It's now 1-2 on Gregorius. Just misses that one. It's ball 2. Out on the count even. Good spot there. Nice pitch by Marquez. Just can't get it. 2-2 delivery. This one's hitting to no man's land in left field, beating the shift. That's going to get to the wall. Gregorius rounds first. He'll cruise into second easily with a stand-up double. So the pinch hit double for Gregorius, his 13th double of the season. Now I'll turn the lineup over to Gene Segura. Hustling in there, beating the shift. We see that, like I mentioned before, lefties just constantly beating the shift, just going the other way. Gene Segura will bat now, 1 for 1. Jake McGee and Tyler Kinley will warm up in the Rockies bullpen. Philly fanatic having some fun. Just had a redesign coming into this season. Guess he changed his socks, a little bit different nose design, eye design. Made him a little more bird-like, I guess. Not quite sure. I couldn't tell you what the differences are. I had to look them up earlier. This one's grounded foul. It's 0-2 now on Segura. But the Players League is to its championship round now. Blake Snell and Lucas Giolito will go head-to-head in the championship. So they'll play each other tomorrow on ESPN. It'll be a best-of-5 series. Snell beating out Jeff McNeil today, as this one is just foul down the line. As Lucas Giolito defeated Ian Happ. So 1-2 swing and a miss. Got him on the knuckle curve. And that's his Marquez's 7th strikeout in 5 innings. And he's got 2 away here as Andrew McCutchen will stand in. He's 0 for 2 in this one. Here's the first pitch to McCutchen. That one's fouled away. Players League was I think a fun idea. I think MLB The Show in general has gotten a lot more publicity and popularity right now. A lot of exposure, because that's really the only way to play the best simulated baseball right now. Here's the 0-2. Misses outside, 1-2. And it's also an avenue just to watch some baseball in some format. 2-2 now. I don't think it'll ever get to the status that Madden or FIFA have, as this one's lifted out to deep right field, but Blackman takes a few steps back, and that'll retire the side. So pinch hit double by Didi Gregorius goes nowhere as we head to the 6th. Marquez tipping his cap to Blackman. 6, 7, and 8 due up for the Rockies. So Robert Stock will come in for his 14th appearance of the season. He's 1-0, 13 2/3 innings of work. 3.95 ERA, 14 strikeouts, and 7 walks. He's had a lot of success against right-handers and lefties, as he'll face David Dahl, who's 2 for 2 in this one. A double his last time up. Dahl's hitting .227 on the year. Up in that average. Takes first pitch strike. We're here in the 6th. The Rockies lead this one 4-0. The 0-1 pitch swings at that pitch. It's 0-2. Ugly swing there by David Dahl. But now it's 0-2. Robert Stock, the Phillies pitcher. So we'll get an 0-2 delivery here. And that one runs inside around the shoe tops. 1-2. As I was saying, I don't think MLB The Show will ever get to the popularity of Madden or FIFA. But I think after this season, just how 2020 worked out, I think people are going to maybe pay a little bit more attention to it. This one's chopper to second. Kingery will charge in, and he flips over to first to narrowly get Dahl. And there's one away here to lead off the 6th. Thought Dahl might have had a chance to beat that one out, but comes up empty, and that'll bring up Sam Hilliard. A couple of walks in this one, and scored on the Ramon Marquez double. Here's the first pitch to Hilliard. Called strike the letters. Jose Alvarez warms up in the Phillies bullpen. But with MLB The Show coming out on all consoles, or at least Xbox, next year, I think its popularity might begin to grow, as it's been a PlayStation exclusive for a long time. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss as Hilliard sat down on strikes. And Stock's got 2 outs here in the Rockies half of the 6th. Moving with the changeup. And Hilliard just swings in front of it. So 2 outs here for Tony Walters, the Rockies catcher. Pitcher spot waits on deck. First pitch to Walters. Misses outside, ball 1. Well, earlier we were talking about the Philly Fanatic. Oh, he's one of the most famous mascots in all of sports. Philadelphia's had a good run of mascots. This one's grounded to first. Hoskin runs it to the bag, and that'll retire the side. Rockies go down 1-2-3 in their half of the 6th. We head to the bottom of the inning. Heart of the order due up for the Phillies. They're down 4-0 here in this Saturday game. Bryce Harper will lead things off. He's 0 for 2 in this one. A strikeout and a pop-out. As Ramon Marquez coming in on 100 pitches, so if he gets into any trouble, we'll see how long Bud Black lets him go. Tapper back up the middle. Diving attempt by Story, but it just gets past him into center field. And so the leadoff man's aboard as Harper is able to just hit a dribbler for the base hit to beat the shift. It's kind of been one of the problems. Just so much shifting. And you lose out on easy outs. That would have been routine. I'll bring up Rhys Hoskins now. He's 0 for 1 in this one. Marquez, 98 pitches now here in the 6th. Last we saw was Jake McGee and Tyler Kinley warming up in the Rockies bullpen. But hopefully you can get Marquez, get the ground ball here for the double play. Then get Realmuto, and you're in a pretty good position to hand it over to the bullpen for the 7th, 8th, and 9th innings. It's the 1-1. This one's fouled away. But the Philly Fanatic has made a lot of appearances in pop culture. Tons of shows and movies. Grounded to second. Flips it to Story, who fires over to Murphy for the double play. Just like you chalk it up there. Just what the chef ordered. Nice bouncer over to second. Easy play for McMahon, who flips it to Story, and Taylor made double play there. So there's 2 outs here in the 6th, as JT Realmuto will stand in. He's 0 for 2 in this one. Phillies only have about 3 hits right now in this game. First pitch to Realmuto. Fly ball center field. Dahl's there to make the catch, and we are through the 6th. Ramon Marquez, 6 strong innings. He's at over 100 pitches. He's due up to lead off the inning, but we'll get a pinch hitter here in Raimel Tapia. It's in 270, 2 home runs, 4 RBIs. And that'll close the book on Ramon Marquez. Great outing for Marquez. 6 shutout innings. First pitch strike on Tapia. Kind of battled some command issues, but he battled and labored and kept the Phillies off the board. Rockies lead 4-0 here in the 7th. First pitch to Tapia. Swings through that one. It's now 0-2. Seems like when I talk about the Philly fanatic, the Rockies have been doing well in this game. As Tapia swings to that one for a second strikeout for Robert Stock. There's 1 out here in the 7th. Just stayed up around the letters. And that will bring up Trevor Story. He's 0 for 3 in this one. His hitting streak is in jeopardy. First pitch to Story. Taps that one foul. But then, like in hockey, the Philadelphia Flyers got Gritty, who I think is immediately turned into the best hockey mascot. And both he and the Fanatic now just instantly recognizable. Just do crazy things in their respective sports. A lot of fun. I think it's fun to have really cool mascots. Because you can see a difference when you have a bad mascot. Here's the 1-1. Misses inside, 2-1. The 2-1 delivery to Story. Hits that one foul. Staying alive here. 2-2. So Jake Arrieta goes 4 innings, gives up 4 runs. Marquez goes 6 innings. And that pitch just misses inside, runs the count full. Ryan McMahon waits on deck. A lot of good at-bats here by the Rockies today. Here's the payoff pitch. Misses low, ball 4. So 1-out walk to Story here. There's 1 out here for Ryan McMahon. Will come in now. Oh for 2 in this one with a walk in the 5th. First pitch to McMahon. That's lined into right field, but right at Bryce Harper, who makes the catch. 2 away here.
Up next for Colorado, the third baseman.
I'll bring him Nolan Arenado. It's 0 for 2. You wouldn't think it. A lot of good at-bats by the Rockies today. But there's still quite a few guys that haven't really had much hits, especially that top half of the order. They've been getting on base via the walk, but it's mostly been a few hits here and there. The home run by Blackman, and then the 2-run double by Ramon Marquez has got us to where we are. Rockies have had men on base, but just haven't been able to capitalize on it. Here's the 2-0 to Arenado. Line through the right side, that's a base. Through the left side, that's a base hit. A little bit men on first and second with 2 outs, and Charlie Blackman coming back up. 10-game hitting streak for Nolan Arenado now. Hard hit ground ball through the left side. Now we have Charlie Blackmon. Well, back in the fourth against Jake Arrieta with Arenado at first. Launched that one well out of here. Into left field. Give the Rockies a 2-0 lead. Extend his hitting streak to 13 games. He's 2 for 3 in this one. And here's the first pitch to Blackmon. First pitch swinging. Dribbler through the right side. That'll get through. The throw home. And they nail Story at the plate. Harper, who has a good arm. Story kind of stuttered at third. If he had just taken off, they thought he could get home as the ball wasn't hit very hard. But he's gunned down at home. That'll retire the side. Jake McGee will take over here. 15th appearance, .491 ERA, 13 strikeouts and 6 walks. Has no record here. He'll face Jay Bruce. So left on left here. He'll face Bruce, Kingery, and Harrison. And then the pitcher spots due up. And because of the new rule in baseball, this one's hit the other way into left field. That's going to get down for a double. So first pitch to Bruce turns into a double as he beats the shift. And immediately Jake McGee's got a man on with nobody out to start the inning. Memory of Scott Kingery, who's 0 for 2 in this one. James Pazos and Tyler Kinley warm up in the Rockies bullpen. We see here in these simulated games, you just see a lot of these same pitchers coming up, depending on the situations. You'll like to see more of the Carlos Estevez and the Scott Obergs and the Jairo Diaz's. But instead we're getting a lot of McGee, Pazos, and Kinley. Check swing, but they said he went around. It's strike one. Kingery's hitting 114 with runners in scoring position. This game's just a little over an hour long at this point. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Through that slider, it's 0-2. Pazos was the losing pitcher in yesterday's game in the 11th. Here's the 0-2. This is high. Ball one. Kinley gave up a huge home run to Bryce Harper in yesterday's game as well. Here's the 1-2. Check swing, but back out behind third. Story makes the catch. There's one away here. Now bring up Josh Harrison with a man on second, 1 out. Rockies leading this one 4-0. Ron Marquez cruised through this game. Labored to 100 pitches, but left with a 4-0 lead after 6. Josh Harrison hits now 0 for 2 for the Phillies' third baseman. McGee kicks and deals. Fouls that one away. Harrison, so far this season, hitting 600 with runners in scoring position. Kind of an irregular role. Rockies looking to bounce back from an extra inning loss yesterday. Here's the 0-1. This is low ball one.
1-1.
McGee in the third year of the 3-year deal he signed with the Rockies after the 2017 season. Brian Shaw, who had also signed this similar contract, Rockies designated him for assignment before the season began. Out of spring training, he's now in AAA. This one's hit the other way into right. That's going to get down for a base hit. Blackmon up and throws home. It's cut off by Murphy as Bruce decides to stay at third. Didn't want to tempt the arm of Blackmon. And so there's men on the corners now as we'll get a pinch hitter here in Nick Williams for the Phillies. Well, there's one away here in the 7th. Left on left, Carlos Estevez warming up in the Rockies bullpen now. Pitch runs outside, ball one. Good crowd here and for the Phillies. Rockies trying to send them home upset. 1-0 here. Nick Williams hitting .370 with runners in scoring position this season. He's got two men on now with one out. 1-1 the count. And here's the delivery from McGee. Chopper to third. Arenado will throw to second. They get the out there. Over to first. Not in time. Meanwhile, the run scores. So there's two outs now. Man at first. And it's 4-1 Rockies. The Phillies get on the board. And the Rockies will go to Carlos Estevez now, making his 7th appearance. He's 1-0. The 10.8 ERA. Only 3 1/3 innings of work. He hasn't worked much this season. This is a shame because Estevez is one of the harder throwing pitchers in that Rockies bullpen. So he'll face Gene Segura here with the right-on-right matchup. Man at first, 2 outs. First pitch swinging for Segura and drops that one into right field for a base hit. Williams will move up to third. And now there's men on first and third, 2 outs for Andrew McCutchen. Scott Oberg and James Pazos warming up now in the Rockies bullpen. Oberg presumably will pitch the 8th, and then they'll most likely leave it to Wade Davis in the 9th. It is possible that simulated Bud Black will kind of remove Wade Davis from that closer role. Just find a better spot for him in that Rockies bullpen. Here's the 1-0 to McCutchen. Bounces in the dirt. Everybody stays put. It's 2-0. Carlos Estevez hasn't gotten much work this season. Only 6 games, 3 1/3 innings. But the hard-throwing righty has a lot of potential. 2-1 now on McCutchen, who fouls that one away. Comes set again. The 2-1. This one is crushed deep left field. And this one is gone. Tie ball game. Andrew McCutchen ties this one up with one swing of the bat. We are all tied up at 4 as Bud Black cannot believe it. They were down 4-0 coming into this inning, but the Phillies strike for 4 as Bryce Harper will hit now. McCutchen put a charge in that one, just went down to get it around the shoe tops. Laser beam into left. That one got out of here in a hurry. So 3-run score here, and it's now 4-4 as Bryce Harper will bat now. Carlos Estevez still in there. So faces third batter now. Well, it's a whole new ball game. Despite a brilliant performance by Germán Marquez through 6 innings, the bullpen's given up 4 runs here in the 7th, and it's a tie ball game. The 0-1 to Harper, and it's 0-2. Once again, the bullpen just struggling with 2 outs. McGee gave off the leadoff double, and then the base hit to Harrison as Harper sat down on 3 straight pitches. That'll retire the side, but Andrew McCutchen's tied this thing up with a 3-run homer to left. Rockies looking to take back the lead as we head to the top of the 8th. Jose Alvarez will take over on the mound. 12th appearance. He's 0-1 with a 9 in 9.2 innings. 2.79 ERA. As he comes into a tie ball game. Daniel Murphy, David Dahlin, Sam Hilliard due up for the Rockies. 3 straight lefties. Alvarez comes set. First pitch to Murphy. Big Bender is in there for a called strike on that changeup. 0-1. This one's fouled away down the line. It's 0-2 now on the Rockies' first baseman. You know, it's got to be frustrating for the Rockies, especially your starters who go out, have a good performance, they battle, give you a lead, and they keep it, and then for the bullpen to immediately come in and kind of blow things. And it's got to be frustrating for Bud Black, for the starters, and also the offense. Rockies bullpen continues to struggle. Save Scott Oberg. Broken bat down the line. Harrison gloves it. Throw down to first. Just in time. So Marquez goes 6 innings, gives up 3 hits, 3 walks, 7 strikeouts, no runs. Arrieta gives up 4 runs on 4 hits, 4 walks, and 2 strikeouts, and 4 innings of work. I'll bring up David Dahl, 2 for 3, a double, single, and a run scored. Adam Morgan and Sir Anthony Dominguez warming up in the Phillies bullpen. 1 away here in the 8th in a 4-4 ball game. Called strike in the outside corner. It's 0-1 on David Dahl. Dahl's 2 for 3 in this one. Hoping to add another hit. He could easily put a charge into this one. Make it 5-4. It's now 0-2 on David Dahl. This Rockies bullpen continues to struggle against this Phillies lineup. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And there's 2 away now. Dahl sat down on 3 straight pitches. Alvarez has got 2 outs, and he'll face Sam Hilliard, who's 0 for 1. A couple of walks to his credit thus far. Hilliard was one of the bright spots for the Rockies in last night's game. Had 2 home runs. Huge home run in the 8th that gave them the lead. That Wade Davis then relinquished in the 9th. Here's the 1-0. Fouls that one away. One and one, the count on Hilliard. This one's lined foul. Got a good piece of that one, but hooks it foul. Hilliard, who we've seen really have a good bat, a lot of power and speed. That one runs outside 2-2. Kind of surprising pop. That's what you need. 2-2 the count now on Hilliard. Kicks and fires. And that runs outside, runs the count full. Tony Wolters waits on deck. Count's full now on Hilliard with 2 outs here in the 8th in a tie ball game. Grounded to short. Segura's got it. Throws it on the run. And that will retire the side. Rockies go down 1-2-3. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Tie ball game. Heart of the order due up for the Phillies. Hoskins, Remuto, and Jay Bruce due up. As Carlos Estevez will still be in there. In his second inning of work. Gave up the 3-run home run to McCutchen.
Off the plate, ball 1.
It's 1-0 now on Hoskins. The delivery in there for a called strike. It's 1-1. Speaking as a fan here, this has been one of the most frustrating things about the real-life Rockies is that bullpen. It's kind of always been their Achilles heel. Here's the 1-1. as it's been frustrating to see blown leads and blown saves. This one's fouled away, keeps the count at 2-2. As they always try to go for these bargain bin guys, there's been bright spots in that bullpen. Scott Oberg is one of them right now. As soon as to that one, it's out number 1 here in the 8th as JT Realmuto will come in. Nice pitch there by Carlos Estevez. But there's nothing more deflating than seeing just a brilliant outing by your starting pitcher. Your team gives you an early lead that you hold on to. But then to see it just be erased with one swing of the bat, it's just deflating. The Rockies have had quite a few busts in their real-life bullpen, particularly Brian Shaw, Jake McGee, Wade Davis. Huge contracts that really haven't helped the team that much, kind of handcuffed them from improving when they really could. Sungwon Oh struggled last season, and then through injuries and was ultimately released. Mike Dunn was the same way. The 2-0. Swing and a miss. It's 2-1 now on Realmuto. Other than that, no, there was Boone Logan. Chopper to second. McMahon's got it, and there's quickly 2 away here. There's Josh Outman. There's just been a lot of guys like that. Nice play there by McMahon to get the second out of the inning. There we go, Jay Bruce. Double his last time up. Scored the Phillies' first run last inning. He bats here with 2 outs. Bud Black keeping Estevez in there. Called strike in the outside corner. It's 0-1. The Rockies have got to figure out something with that bullpen here in this simulated season at least. 0-2 the count now on Jay Bruce. Still a very dangerous hitter with 2 strikes. Estevez kicks and deals. Misses high, ball 1. 1-2 the count now on Jay Bruce. The 1-2. Fouls that inside pitch away. It keeps the count. But you'd love to see the Rockies just somehow strike gold with somebody. Just an elite bullpen. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. He got him on the changeup. Estevez gets the Rockies through the 8th. We head to the 9th. All tied up at 4. 8, 9, and 1 do it for the Rockies. So they will face Sir Anthony Dominguez making his 7th appearance. He's 1-1 record. 6.14 ERA. Tony Wolters, who's 0 for 3 in this one. He's 0 for 8 in the series, looking for his first hit. Here's the first pitch from Dominguez. Catches the outside corner for strike 1. Just about an hour and a half for this game. 0-1 against Wolters. Misses low, ball 1. Rockies looking to just scratch across a run here in the 9th. Handed over to either Scott Oberg or Wade Davis for the 9th. Salvage this game. Here's the 2-1. Check swing, but a called ball for Wolters. Gift there for him. It's 3-1. Dominguez asking where that missed, saying it's like he had just missed a little high or inside. 3-1 the count now on Tony Wolters here in the 9th. Rockies tied 4-4. And that runs inside, ball 4. So Tony Wolters draws the leadoff walk. And the Rockies have the go-ahead run aboard here against Dominguez. Pitcher spot due up here. See if the Rockies go to the bench. And indeed they will. We will see Chris Owings come in. Look for him to potentially go in part of the double switch after this inning. Bud Black tends to do that for some odd reason. Chris Owings now bats with a man on first. First pitch to Owings. Called strike. It's kind of the situation Owings has come in a lot. Usually comes in part of a double switch and then gets his first at bat in the ninth. This time he's pinch hitting directly. Here's the 0-1 to Owings. Misses inside, 1-1. You could have gone about this a couple of ways. You try to lay down the bunt, move Walters over to second, and leave it to the top of the order. Instead, you leave the possibility of the double play intact for the Phillies. Here's the 1-1. Misses outside, 2-1. So those are kind of your two options. If your Bud Black is either lay down the bunt, move your runner to second, then let the top of the order try and drive him in. But he trusts Chris Owings here to try and at least move him 90 feet. Grounder gets past the second baseman into right field. So Owings just manages to get the ball through the hole. And now there's two men on for Trevor Story, nobody out. Here in the top of the ninth. Off the end of the bat, just gets it past Kingery, who is shaded up towards the middle. We'll get a pinch runner in Garrett Hampson. So the Rockies get speed at first. If anything, just try to break up that double play. And I'll bring up the shortstop, Trevor Story. He's 0 for 3 in this one. Takes a called strike. Well, if you're just joining us here in the ninth, Rockies were leading 4-0 through 6. Then in the bottom of the seventh, the Rockies bullpen gives up 4 home runs, capped off by the 3-run homer by Andrew McCutchen against Carlos Estevez to tie this thing up at 4. And the Rockies looking to take back the lead here in the ninth. It's 0-2 on Trevor Story, men on first and second, nobody out. Swing and a miss. Got him on that changeup, and there's the first out of the inning for Dominguez. Just stayed down in the zone, and Story couldn't catch up to the changeup. Got him out on his front foot. And now that'll bring up Ryan McMahon. Double play ball gets him out of the inning. Here's the first pitch to McMahon. Misses inside. It's 1-0. These are stressful situations. The Rockies can never make it easy on themselves to win a game, especially in those later innings that we've seen as of late. Here's the 1-0 to McMahon. High and deep to center field, and this one is gone! 3-run home run in the top of the ninth by Ryan McMahon. His second of the year. And what a better time. There's no better time to hit it than right now. Rockies are up 7-4. We have simulated tacos. Rockies take a 7-4 lead against the Phillies here in the top of the ninth with 1 out. Clutch hit by Ryan McMahon. That ball got out of here in a hurry. Absolutely crushed it. That ball disappeared just like Carol Baskin's husband. .417 on the distance, and that'll do it for Dominguez. And they'll go to Adam Morgan, making his 17th appearance. 1.56 ERA. Ryan McMahon. I'm bringing up Nolan Arenado here with 1 out. Single and a run scored in this one. That's been a hit that the Rockies have been really missing as of late, especially in the later innings. But good job of the Rockies lineup to overcome the hole they had dug themselves into. in the 7th inning. They now have a 7-4 lead.
Ball one, no strike.
Good job there of Tony Walters and Chris Owings to get on base in the first place. And a good job of McMahon to pick up Story, who struck out. And just with a good piece of hitting, just demolishes that ball into center field. Here's the 1-1 to Arenado, lines that one foul. It's 1-2. Arenado and McMahon just hitting that ball with authority. Here's the 1-2 to Arenado. He hits that one foul. Arenado making some good contact here, just missing it against Morgan. He's zeroing in on a pitch that he wants. That one's tapped foul down the third base line. Arenado stays alive here. Here's the 1-2. Grounded to third. Harrison's got it this time. He'll throw over to first for the second out of the inning. I'll bring up Charlie Blackmon with 2 outs.
Now batting, right fielder, Charlie Blackmon.
Well, in the bottom of the inning, we'll see what happens if Bud Black goes to Scott Oberg or Wade Davis. Blackmon 3 for 4 in this one. Had a 2-run homer in this one. Couple of singles. Takes the first pitch, strike on the outside corner. Hector Neris warms up in the Phillies bullpen. Comes the 0-1 pitch. That one's bounced foul. It's now 0-2 on the Rockies right fielder. Blackmon with a baker's dozen for his hitting streak. Got that after he hit his home run.
I got to count 1 and 2.
Pitch misses outside, 1-2. Big sweeping curveball from Adam Morgan. Another 1-2 delivery. This one's popped up into left field. McCutcheon's underneath it. He'll make the catch and retires the side. But Ryan McMahon gives his club the lead here in the top of the 9th with a huge 3-run homer. Rockies looking to close this thing out. Way to the bottom of the 9th.
Your attention, please.
And Wade Davis once again getting the ball here in the bottom of the 9th. Pitched yesterday's game, but blew the save. Gave up the run that tied it. Pitched to the 9th and the 10th innings. Or into the 10th, and then handed over to James Pazos. But he looks to close things out here. He's got a 3-run cushion. First batter is Scott Kingery, who takes a called strike 1 on that knuckle curve. See Davis there with a pretty high ERA. Not what you want your closer to have. Here's the 0-1 to Kingery. Just misses low with that knuckle curve, and it's 1-1. That's what the Rockies have really struggled with, is just having the lights-out closer these past couple of seasons. Greg Holland, who did decent, also really had a lot of struggles in the closer role. Same with Wade Davis these past couple of seasons. They can't make it easy on themselves. It's 2-1 now on Davis. Runs the count 2-2. Scott Kingery 0 for 3 in this one. Phillies second baseman. Josh Harrison waits on deck, then the pitcher's spot. It's the 2-2. Check swing, but it's a called strike anyway. And so there's one away here in the 9th. Wade Davis painting the black. And I'll bring up Josh Harrison, the third baseman. Single in the 7th. Came around to score on the McCutcheon home run. 1-0 now. But ideally, your closer is just going to be a lights-out guy. I think Mariano Rivera is the prototype closer that you want. It seemed like every time he went up there, you knew he was going to win that game for you. Called strike there. It's 1-1. Guys like Trevor Hoffman, Dennis Eckersley, Raleigh Fingers. Some of those big names of closers. The reason they got big is because they got their job done. 9 times out of 10, they were getting the job done. 1-2 delivery, misses outside with that one. Evens the count at 2. Wade Davis, who had so much success with the Royals and then the Cubs, and then really struggled with his time with the Rockies. Grounded back up the middle, just past the diving Ryan McMahon. So the leadoff man, or the 1 out, and there's a man aboard now. Josh Harrison just hits a dribbler back up the middle, out of the reach of Ryan McMahon. Can't make the play. So we'll get a pinch hitter here.
Pinch hitting for the Phillies. Number 40,
We'll get Adam Hazley. The man on first, 1 out. Tying run on deck.
1-0.
Davis hoping to keep that tying run on deck. Hazley's hitting 182 on the year. The count here on the pinch hitter. That runs inside 2-0. Well, when you got a guy that's hitting a $182, you really want to attack him. Davis relies on that knuckle curve as his primary pitch. Having a hard time controlling it. And that pitch misses outside, 3-0. So 3 straight balls to the Phillies pinch hitter. Gene Segura waits on deck. Here's the 3-0. Misses ball 4. So back-to-back men get on. Top of the order due up. Tying run at the plate now. Bud Black looks on. And frustration at his closer. And it leaves to question how much longer Wade Davis is going to get to be the closer for the Rockies. Gene Segura now in. He's 2 for 3. A couple of singles and runs scored in this one. Philly fanatic trying to get this crowd rallied. Phillies down 3 runs. Davis in a tough spot now. Here's the first pitch to Segura. Called strike at the letters. Dangerous pitch there. Well, one of the comments saying this is typical Davis mode. Out, walk, or out hit, walk, hit. Apparently this has been a trend for Wade Davis. Here's the 0-1. Misses inside. It's 1-1. I was saying before, just frustrating is that your back end of your bullpen should not make you so nervous every single time they come into pitch when you don't know what you're going to get out of them. A lot of inconsistencies in that Rockies bullpen. Bounces in the dirt. Runner moves up to third. The throw down. Not in time. So 2 men in scoring position now with 1 away. Now goes a wild pitch against Davis. And it's 2-1 on Gene Segura. So you got an open base at first now. Rockies will concede the run, hopefully to get the out at first. Here's the 2-1. Popped up. Davis makes the catch. And a huge out there for Wade Davis. Got the broken bat. Popped it up right back to him at the mound. And now there's 2 away here, but you're not out of the woods yet. Andrew McCutchen comes in. Huge 3-run homer his last time up in the 7th to tie the game at 4. And he hits with 2 men on and 2 outs here in the 9th. Wade Davis, 18 pitches this inning. Trying to close this thing out. Here's the first pitch to McCutchen. That's fouled away. Went to the outside part of the plate. McCutchen hitting 300 on the year. the former MVP. Here's the 0-1 to McCutchen. Bounces in the dirt. Everybody will stay put. Evens the count at 1-1. Knuckle curve once again. Bounces in the dirt. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Swing and a miss. And it's now 1-2 on Andrew McCutchen. Nice cutter there by Wade Davis. Davis kicks and deals. Grounder to short. Story's got it. He'll throw over to first, and that'll retire the side. That'll end this one. Rockies hold on to win it 7-4. Wade Davis made it a bit of a risky affair there at the end, but he's able to retire McCutchen. Carlos Esteves will get the win. He was the pitcher of record. But thanks to the 3-run homer by Ryan McMahon in the top of the 9th, the Rockies are able to win this one 7-4. And a hard-fought battle here. Wade Davis nails down the save. Rockies win this one 7 runs on 9 hits. Phillies lose at 4 runs on 8 hits. Esteves proves to 2-0. Dominguez takes the loss. He's 1-2. And Wade Davis gets his 5th save of the year. Charlie Blackmon, the player of the game for the Rockies. He went 3 for 5 in this one with a home run and a couple of RBIs. Ryan McMahon, 1 for 4 with that 3-run homer in the 9th. David Dahl goes 2 for 4 with a double and a run scored. Nolan Arenado, 1 for 4 and a run scored. Notables for the Phillies. McCutchen goes 1 for 5 with a home run and 3 RBIs. Jay Bruce, 1 for 3 with a double. Didi Gregorius got a pinch hit double. And Gene Segura goes 2 for 4 and a run scored. So, kind of a back-and-forth affair. But the Rockies hold on to win it. They take game 2 of this series against the Phillies, as they will look to win again on Sunday. Sunday's kind of been their victory day so far this season, as they've won all but 1 game on Sunday. And they win this one. Here's 7-4. I'm Skylar Timmons, part of the Sideline crowd. Thank you so much for joining us. And as always, remind everyone we're not affiliated with the Colorado Rockies, Major League Baseball, or MLB The Show. Just kind of doing this for fun as we wait for baseball season to eventually come back in whatever form that may be. But we'll see you back here tomorrow as the Rockies take on the Phillies once again in Game 3 of this series. And hopefully the Rockies looking to win the series once again. Once again, the final score, Rockies win this one 7-4. And once again, we will see you next time. Thank you so much for joining us. And stay safe, stay happy. Go Rockies.